Greetings from Nashville, Tennessee. This week on Learning Curve. Hi, I'm Spencer Thomas. Thanks for watching Learning Curve. If you're new to the channel, I hope you like, share, and subscribe. If you could take a second, brainwash all your friends, blah, blah, blah. Usually those are a lot longer. Maybe I'll go back and write a better one and put it in there, but I'm doing this on the fly. So just get a lot of people to subscribe using some elaborate, ridiculous plot that I have concocted for you. So this week, I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee is just a guitar mecca. I'm not in town for NACA, nothing to do with it. My wife had an artist residency in Paducah, so I flew in and we're to Nashville and we're gonna drive back together. Turns out Nashville is a guitar mecca. There is the new Gibson Garage here, which I spent some time at. There is the Third Man Records, which I spent some time at, and I also went to Carter's Vintage Guitar. We'll go look at all those places real quickly, and I should have written this out, but I didn't, but that's why we edit. So, hey man, let's go take a look at Nashville. As soon as you get off the plane, you're greeted by a Gibson display at the airport, and that kind of sets the tone for the trip. There is guitar stuff everywhere you look. It's just a music city, and that's why they call it that. Also, the food's crazy good, so bring your appetite. But the streets are named after musicians. The dumpsters have pictures of famous country artists on them, and Gibson has their brand new Gibson Garage open. You've probably seen a lot about it online, but I gotta say, I went in and it did not disappoint. It is just jam-packed with guitars, 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 guitars. You got your vintage stuff. They do have an acoustic room that I didn't get any video of. I'm new at shooting with a phone. I love these Konas. They're just beautiful. They've got a whole like laundry deal with all the guitars rotating above the room. It's just incredible. The Epiphone room is just jam-packed with cool stuff. They've got all these new Muse versions with all these cool colors on them. That was a lot of fun. I ended up, I didn't want to pick up the $2,000 Les Pauls because you break it, you take it. But I did head over to the Kramer room and I jammed for a little while on a Kramer jersey. And gosh, I had a Kramer when I was a kid, and I love the necks on those things. The 3 pickups sound great. I plugged into a Mesa. It was awesome. Had a great time at Gibson. Good job. Then I headed over to Third Man Records. So next up was Third Man Records. If Jack White is Willy Wonka, this is his chocolate factory. Sadly, he did not come out with a cane and do a somersault. Now, it's a record store and a bookstore. And in the back, he will let you play with some of his pedals. That guitar sitting in the corner is real and plugged in, and it plays great. He's got the triple graph, he's got the plasma chord, he's got the bumble buzz, he's got the manic flex, I think it's called. All great pedals. I would have loved to spend more time with it. I do also need to apologize. I am not as good at taking selfies and playing guitar simultaneously as I'd like to be in my phone. I didn't bring a camera person with me, so it came out a little... I didn't get as much coverage as I would have liked, but I'll give you a couple sounds here in a little bit. And he's really good about... He's got this very cool light that responds to your playing, and once you figure it out and get plugged in, it's a really nice addition. Of course it is, it's Jack White. He always does everything... You know, he always makes it interesting. He always makes it fun. He always does it, you know, full tilt, of course. So here's just a sample. Now, of course, it's in a room with a funhouse mirror. And there's this, I don't even know what it is. It's this, whenever you put your hand in front of one of these lightning bolts, a different sound comes out. It's very weird and very cool and very fun. And of course Jack White has whatever that is. Why would he not? But of course it's beautiful, and of course it's amazing. And the book I read on the plane is on the coffee table in the bookstore in the back. And if you get a chance to read It Came from Memphis, do it. So Carter Guitars, I posted on Facebook and asked people where I should go in Memphis. And a lot of people recommended Carter Guitars, and they were not wrong. I'm sure this place has a rich history. I did not look into it, but this is a store full of just vintage slide guitars, electric guitars, acoustic guitars, the first guitar ever made right there in front of you. A bunch of unique pieces, stuff I've never seen before in person or online. I mean, look at that guy. That's gorgeous. This is a really cool dobro. I have no idea what those switches do, but I'd love to find out. There was a lot of stuff, you know, if I had the scratch, I'd be driving home with today. This thing, I don't know what's going on with this guy, but it's got these weird little skull heads on it and bullet holes, and yeah, it's bananas. Got a couple of double necks. Just a beautiful place. If you're in Memphis, go do some window shopping, man. It's a cool spot. Carter Guitars. This week on Learning Curve, we're giving Nashville just the lightest examination. There's so much here. So much to do, but in just a couple hours in an afternoon, I saw just some amazing instruments, some really cool stuff, got to play with some very cool guitars, saw some vintage stuff that blew my mind, had the best chicken fried steak I've ever had in my life. Here you go.